I've heard so much about you, Mrs. Tesman.
Hedda is fine. What have you learned?
That before you were domesticated, you were like fire.
Could you tell us the events of the evening up to the incident?
Hedda,
Yes?
this is what you wanted, isn't it? Money and the house, the party.
Charming. I love your flower thing.
Nothing can go wrong tonight, Hedda. Nothing.
Eileen. Why did you come here? To make sure I didn't love you.
Ain't no big thing to wait for the February.
You sing
What?
on edge.
Hedda, darling, what are you up to? You'll see. You're not leaving, are you? Best to resist temptation. Oh, come on, Eileen. You're stronger than that.
What has got into you?
It's the drug.
Sometimes I can't help myself.
Jesus, these people.
Why are you like this?
What are you so afraid of?
I hope you're happy.
Don't I look happy?
Good afternoon, ladies. Carolyn for Carolyn Toss YouTube and podcast channel. Congratulations on the film. I'm not familiar with the stage play, so this film is my presentation to the lore and mythology of Hedda, as you say.
I love it.
So I want to actually kind of go off of Michael's comment with regards to conformity, but I want to look at it with regards more to the costume design of this film and how I think it actually kind of functions as a messaging of that, because Hedda she's a woman who wants to be her own woman, but the way she goes about it is by destroying relationships with the people in her lives. And I thought the costume design for Hedda is very interesting in this film because she starts out the film in a red dress, bright red, these super high black stilettos. But in the ballroom, in the majority of the film, she's wearing this green dress that kind of like blends her into the background. You know, instead of being the forefront visually, instead of being the person to gather attention that way, she kind of blends into the background of the film. And I thought it was interesting that she kind of matches Thea in that way, because Thea's dress actually blends into the background. Thea's like the wood grain of the house, and Hedda is the wallpaper. So I want you both to talk about how Hedda's costuming actually reflects how she wants to be at the forefront, but she doesn't know how to. She kind of still blends into this atmosphere that she's trying to get away from. So we can begin with you, Nia, and like your discussion with costume designer Lindsay Pugh, and like Tessa, like just having the costuming kind of informed how you played Hedda.
Yeah, I mean, that really, the color of the dress in during the party came from sort of, we talked a lot about like rotten fruit and spoiled things, and the paint color in the house is also a similar green, and we thought that was just a really interesting way to show more of Hedda's character. And the thing that I love about that dress is actually it takes up more space than anyone else's dress who's at the party. Like, she has a very distinctive shape. So I don't know if she blends in so much as she matches the environment that she herself also created. And it wasn't about her trying to be invisible so much as it was about her, like, you're entering her space. So this is, so she is of the house, even though, as we know, she didn't really give a shit about the house. But yeah, like, I think you can talk more about the dress, but for me, what I loved about it was that it was kind of daring in its own way. It is have that low V, it's corseted, it has a big circumference.
Yeah, huge circumference, which actually, interestingly, over the course of the evening, the dress minimizes in size. So we had different versions of the dress where she sort of deflates over the course of the evening. I also thought that there was something sort of like chameleon-like about Hedda. So this idea of her being able to traverse spaces, to not to blend in, but to be invisible when she needs to be, and then to be hyper visible when she needs to be. Yeah. In terms of the construction of the dress, we were really interested in that sort of new Dior silhouette, which was so popular in the 50s, which I think a lot had to do with this sort of post-war kind of women get back into their places. And I think the way that that's expressed in costume, and then just the boning of the dress, the expectations on women during that time, I started to look up some of the waist sizes of Hollywood actresses just because I was curious. And they were jarring. I mean, some were like 20-inch waist. They were so tiny, some of these women, so small. And I was really ambitious at the time. I was like, I really want to get my waist size down as much as I can when we were constructing the dress so that we could try to do this new Dior silhouette and have it be really aggressive. And then I thought, this isn't sustainable because I like bread and things. And two, I thought there was something really interesting actually about this dress not fitting too comfortably on her. This idea of me, Tessa, also navigating space in this dress that was just incredibly tight and restrictive. And also this sort of necklace, which actually would have been kind of daring to wear at the time, you know, just this feeling of not being able to really catch a full breath. And I think that sort of echoes the use of breath in the score, that sometimes it's the breath. For me, it's sort of that percussive sort of breath sometimes feels like the breath that she can't actually literally take, and the kind of exhale that she can't actually do inside of that dress. But it's one of the great beauties and challenges, I think, of being in a film where you only have one or two costumes, is how do you tell story over time with that? And I think we also did that with the hair, really tell a story, particularly about Black female identity at that time through the way that her hair changes over the course of the evening too.
Yeah, I'm in love with the costuming for this film. And I think my favorite shot is the scene where she's frantic and she kind of like, almost as you said, like a chameleon, blends into the background with the teal coat. And I'm just like, she is a chameleon, and then she's also part of the water, the lake. I could go into, but thank you so much for taking the time for speaking to me.
Thank you.
And the score is amazing as well. But thank you.
Thank you.